Welcome back. Uh, yeah. So we were discussing something about this particular band pass signal. With respect to the band pass signal, if you give the bandwidth, it is highly impossible for us to identify how many samples we need to take it. Sampling rate is nothing but how many such samples I need to just have it in my pocket. So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, how many? So for that, you need to have the sampling rate. So it purely depends on your maximum bandwidth that you are having it. Okay, so that's how it will be working with respect to your, it has been given by Nyquist. Minimum, you need to have the highest one. Next, we'll go with the quantization. Okay, so what this particular diagram is given, why it is given like this, we'll just analyze one by one. Okay, the first and the foremost thing, what uh, we need to check it out is, so we need to have the first and the foremost thing is we need to fix the voltage minimum or amplitude minimum, amplitude maximum. It may be in terms of volts, it may be in terms of anything, amplitude, maximum amplitude, which is one, minimum amplitude, which is the thing. This is the first step that I need to just have it. Okay, identify minimum and maximum amplitude level. So if you are getting confused, I'll just use the word called as A. Sorry, A. A is nothing but amplitude. Uppercase A always refers to amplitude in your data communication principle or in that topic. Okay, so the next thing is we need to identify or we need to check out what is a possible bifurcation that we can make it, or how many levels that we can just identify this particular thing. So if I say the A max, A min is equal to minus 20, and if I just fix as A max as value as plus 20, I'm just fixing this values. Okay, I'm just identifying A min and A max. With respect to that, what is the value associated? If you want, you can just make this particular point also with respect to the first point consideration itself. You can identify it. Okay, so this is the first thing that we need to do it. Next is second point. Okay, so this one, what we need to do is we need to identify the signal levels. How many levels that we can provide it in that particular category. So for that, what I'll do is I'll just fix this particular amplitude and the time diagram. I'm just going with respect to this. With this, I'll just bifurcate certain categories. One is with respect to the level 0 as a reference pointer. With respect to this, how many bifurcation point I can just have it with respect to below 0 and above 0. Understanding it? So with respect to 0 followed by above and followed by below, I may have 5. How it will be represented? Suppose if I have 8 levels, 8 different categories, if I just 8 different parts, if I just divide that particular 20, how you can divide it 20, 8 parts? Each one will be having 5 units. If I just take it, so how it will be possible? For that, that particular possible or that particular thing is called as delta. It will be equal to a maximum voltage, sorry, amplitude max minus amplitude min divided by the number of levels that you want to have it. If you want 8, you just represent it as 8. If you want 9, you can just represent it as 9. Okay, so it purely depends on your particular thing. So how many levels that you want to have it. So it is with respect to, it is available in your hand, how many levels that you want to have it. That is nothing but instead of this, you can have levels, L. Okay, so now if I just substitute the value, if I just substitute the value, if I want to calculate how that particular division is made, so delta is equal to 20 minus of minus 20 divided by 8 levels I told you. So that's why 8 divided by 8, it will be just, it is not necessary that you need to take the L value as 8 itself. You can take any value. So with respect to this, now the delta becomes 20 plus 20, it will be 40. 40 divided by 8 is 5. Is that clear? Are you getting this? So this is the second step that I need to just look into it while calculating the quantization number. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll just plot this particular graph, amplitude versus time. So here I'll just need to divide it into 8 levels. So 8 levels of data. This is the first level, 0th level, we'll say it. Next level will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so with respect to this, whatever the D is given, that is a delta, that value has been provided here. Is that clear? Is that clear? All of you. This is very important. This has been asked many times in the exam. First point is, while calculating the quantization, you need to have the maximum amplitude and the minimum amplitude with you. With respect to that particular maximum amplitude and minimum amplitude values, you need to calculate the delta. This is the second point. So once you in order to calculate the delta, just by having a minimum and a maximum is not enough. It should be divided by the number of levels that you want to divide, you want to give it with respect to the signal. How many levels that you have. So that purely depends. So here L is 8 levels of 8 is the level that you are just making it. Means based on that, you need to plot that particular graph. You need to divide that particular graph. So below 0, 4, 4 points, 4 bifurcation, above 0, 4 bifurcation. So totally it should be done. Understanding it. So now the next point is, you have identified this particular peak value with respect to your sampling technique. This minus 6.1, 7.5 plus 16.2, 19.7, 11.0, all these particular points are nothing but you have identified with respect to the sampling technique. Using the sampling technique, you have done this. Next, I need to calculate the normalized PAM values. And one more thing I just forgot to tell you, identify the mid value with respect to the mid value, or this particular entire range, you just say it as a 0 level. That is nothing but the first level that we are having it. It starts from 0 means 0 if you are numbering means at that time from 0 to 7 it should be having. Understanding it? Are you getting it? So 0 it should start and it should end with 7 because 8 bits, that is what you 8 levels you are just making it. This bifurcation need to be done. So first thing is normalized pulse amplitude modulation value. What is a normalized pulse amplitude modulation value? So with respect to the sampled value, whatever you have, NPAM, I'll just mention, which with respect to this, whatever the sampled value is there, that is sampled value is minus 6.1 according to the first particular peak that we have taken. And this is an ideal signal. Why? This is an impulse signal that we are just going with it. So that's why. So multiplied, it should be multiplied with, sorry, it should be divided by 5. Just try to calculate what will be the value with respect to your minus 6.1 or 6.1 divided by 5. Can anybody tell the value? What is that? Use the calculator and try to get me the value. 1.22. Minus symbol is there, so that's why it will be taken into consideration. So that is what the value that you have with respect to your first normalized PAM value. Second one, similarly 7.5 should be divided by 5. What is 5? Delta. The value delta is nothing but our particular 5 value. 5 is the value. So with respect to that, each particular sampled value, you need to divide it by delta value. Then you will be getting the pulse amplitude modulation values. So this one, you'll be recording it. With respect to each particular sample, you record it and you just keep it. Next part is the quantization part. So what it will be doing is, it will be identifying the middle value with respect to that particular area. So it is available with respect to, if it starts from 0, this is the first one, minus 1D, it will be there, right? So in between that 1.5 comes. This is what it will be just considering. If it crosses this particular one, that is minus D or plus D, then that particular thing belongs to 0.5 category. That is the level that we are just moving it. Exactly half of that particular area. So I identify the mid values with respect to each particular levels and keep it with you. So that particular mid value will be nothing but your quantized value with respect to your pulse amplitude modulation value, whatever you have calculated. How to calculate the pulse amplitude modulation? Sampled value divided by delta will give you the pulse, pulse amplitude modulation value. With respect to that, you identify the midpoint that is available over there. Okay, even if it lies below that particular midpoint also, if it is in that particular region, you just maximize it to the exactly half of that particular area. So this is 1.5, whereas here this is at the plus D. So with respect to this, it is available in this particular area means, then it will be plus 1.5. Whereas with respect to your next one, that is 16.2 is there, right? 16.2 with respect to this, what is the quantized value? 3.24. 3.24 will be coming across with respect to your 3.5 plus 3.5. This is minus 3.5, this is plus 3.5. In that particular manner, it will be just going on to recognize the normalized quantized values. Once it is done, subtract your normalized quantized values with respect to your amplitude, pulse amplitude value, whatever you got it. So then you'll be getting some particular value. This value is nothing but your normalized error. Are you getting this? Normalized error. So minus 1.50 minus of minus is plus 1.22. So that is minus 0.38 will be the value. 1.50 minus 1.50 will be 0. So similarly, it goes on. Understanding it. Next is very important. What is this number? We have an error in terms of decimal points, right? What is this particular number? This number will be nothing but the level number. So your 6.1 is lying at which particular area, which particular thing? That is nothing but your second level. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 levels you have just identified, right? So that level number will be identified here. So this particular 7.5 is at the fifth level. So this one, 7 is at the, the next point is 16.2. 16.2 is at the seventh level. Next one is, sir, directly you would have got this particular levels and you would have finished off. No, sir. Why you want to calculate the quantized value and error followed by all the things? It is for your error detection. If anything changes happens, then we'll come to know. So the level may be one and the same, but the values may be different, right? If the value is 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, everything comes under the same particular belt. So how to identify it? For that, you require all these particular calculation. The quantization code is based on where this particular value is lying. If it is lying in this level 2, then the level 2 will be coming into picture. It's an 8-bit, right? So 8 levels are there. How many bits that you can transmit it? 3 bits. So you just encode this particular level value in terms of binary representation. That becomes your coded value. So you just combine all these particular points. You will be saying one word will be transmitted, or more than one words will be transmitted. One data will be transmitted from that particular area. This is about quantization and encoding. Okay, so any doubt? Quickly, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Otherwise, in Monday, or shall we continue?